All right, Faye. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me a story about a time when who you are affected your experience on this campus.
Well, I'd have to begin probably in my childhood, that how I even got here. When I was little, I originally lived with both of my parents, and at 3 they had divorced due to traumatic fighting. I lived with my mom, and she had met a new guy, and he physically abused her and verbally abused both of us. So then I was transferred over to my dad's custody. With my dad, the fighting went really bad. We fought a lot. He verbally abused me. Occasionally I was hit. And then as I continued to see my mom as agreements through the court, it was every other weekend, but I had a restraining order against my stepdad at the time. And my mom would continue to have me around him, and I would have to lie to him all the time. And due to the conditions of the time, like, my dad and I were extremely poor, my mom was extremely poor, and addicted to alcohol. So as I got older, my mom got worse with her addiction with alcohol, and my dad, like, the situation improved with the money, but still times were really rough. And with my mom, the trauma with her alcohol addiction, as I got older, I ended up having to take care of her more. So as I was, 15, she acted like she was 13. I was going to parties and picking up after her, and I was just making people leave if there was a party. I had to really take care. I had to drive her home at once when I was 13, and that really had a big deal with who I was and who I am today, because going through that with the abuse with her, and the abuse of like fatherly figures in the past too, turned into more situations when I hit 15 as well. I attempted like eating disorder, fat patterns, I guess, yeah. And with that, it got more serious, and then it died down. And after that, I relied more on boys, and I went towards sexualizing myself with other people, and ended up making more mistakes with that. And then once high school hit, I had lost a lot of friends due to a traumatic experience as well. That left me missing school for a month. And then after that, about 4 months after that, I missed school 3 times a week due to doctor's appointments and tests and everything. And that's when another layer of the eating disorder came out of play. And in the eating disorder, I became anorexic to the point that I was forced in the hospital for recovery. So with that, I had gone into therapy, and in the therapy, the eating disorder worsened more, and I went into more intense. With the more intense therapy is when it really woke me up. That was the turnaround point in my life, because that's when I realized just the emotions I had against my mom, and just the anger, even with my dad, as much as I excused him with his behavior and how he treated me when I was younger. Realizing just what I felt in reality, that like I'm not okay, like, because I kept pretending everything was okay, nothing was wrong, and just realizing that I'm actually human and I'm not perfect in any way is what made me realize that, like, now in this day, going to college, like, I can make it through any kind of struggle, and I am successful as a person, and with that, it's made me stronger inside, and it's allowed me to see the world in a totally different view now, and now I can understand others, and I'm more open to learning about others and wanting to help and care for others. And as well, when it comes to the money situation with my family, like right now my mom's currently not in my life anymore, but with my dad becoming more successful, now college is an option, whereas before it wasn't.
Okay, thank you.